Commander of UNC and U.S. Forces Korea held his first press conference in Seoul since taking up the post in 2016. General Vincent Brooks touched on various issues linked to the changing security situation involving the Allies and North Korea. Park Ji-won shares with us his remarks.
General Vincent Brooks, the commander of United Nations Command, Combined Forces Command and U.S. Forces Korea, says the last 28 months since he took office here have been a roller coaster ride ranging from points of tension to reconciliation. Yet during that time, diplomatic engagement was able to take root on the Korean peninsula. He said although distrust and misperception are still dominant factors on the peninsula, steps to build trust and ease tensions are taking place.
Closing of guard posts is a good example of a tension-reducing measure that can also help to build some degree of trust.
South and North Korea agreed last month to close about 10 guard posts along the DMZ as a pilot program. And Brooks said despite some degree of risk involved, it's not an excessive risk to the South's defense. The commander also said the recent repatriation of U.S. war remains by the North was an important step in building mutual trust, and he hoped such cooperation with the North will continue.
I do think that it was one effective step in building trust, where that which had been committed to was fulfilled through action. It was delivered.
Regarding the Trump administration's decision to suspend joint military exercises between Seoul and Washington, the commander said the U.S. and the South found other ways to maintain military readiness. He added while the North has begun to take big steps toward peace, actions on denuclearization must follow, and until then, the international pressure needs to continue.
While I do seek to have empathy to understand why North Korea is doing what it's doing and where it's coming from, nevertheless, this is a condition that North Korea created for itself, and North Korea, therefore, is the one that must take risk in order to move in the direction. The potential for a successful outcome through earnest commitment by all parties involved, if they can work through these same factors of distrust and misperception, is relatively high. And as a result, I think there is cause for cautious optimism.
Regarding the transfer of the operational control of forces in wartime, he said now is not the time to make the change, although progress is being made towards the necessary conditions for it. He also stressed the ROK-U.S. alliance will endure well beyond the present time, and as of now, there are no instructions about a change in the forces' posture. Park Ji-won, Arirang News.